So here's a quick video. Um, Rob has a problem. He's just starting out in Fusion and wants to add an O-ring groove on this. I think it's an O-ring groove. I'm making assumptions there on this cap for something. So we're going to show him a few different ways to do that, and 3 different ways, I think. Yeah, we'll do it 3 different ways. Let's jump into Fusion, and I need to go make a new part. I want to make this a hybrid design because I'm going to put components and um, parts in these together. Right? So we'll start with the way that I think that he was probably looking for. So assemble new component. And this one will be the stacked cylinders. We're going to do this one all through solid. So this assumes that it is an O-ring groove. I might be wrong on that. So here, I'm going to come in and create a cylinder on this plane, and let's make it 100 millimeters in diameter and 50 millimeters tall. Okay. Right click, repeat cylinder, click on top of it, make another one, make this one 50 millimeters in diameter and 50 millimeters tall. Now, if this is a circular cross section, then you can use the toroid for this. So we're going to construct an offset plane. We'll start here at the top. Let's bring it down 25 millimeters. Okay. I'm going to create a torus on this plane and put it right in the center there. And it's not going to snap to the part here, so I have to put in the diameter of that cylinder, which is 50. And now it's going to ask me the diameter of the cutout I want to make. So 10 millimeters would make that a 5 millimeter cutout in the thing. And hit cut, and there you go. So that is a way to put a circular groove into a cylinder. Now, on his part, he had some chamfers in there as well. So that would be your chamfer here, 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 and here, whatever's appropriate for those. Yeah, there's your chamfers. So that's that one. Now I'm going to hide that one. Come up here, pick the top again, assemble new component. If you don't have new component up there, make sure that this is hybrid design under document settings. And this one is way number 2. Okay. So for way number 2, I'm going to start just like I did before. Create a cylinder. We'll put them over here on the origin. On this plane, center point is there. 100 millimeters in diameter, 50 millimeters tall. I'm going to create another cylinder on top of the first one. 50 millimeters in diameter, 50 millimeters tall. But now what if I didn't want to make a circular cutout? What if I wanted to have some weird, some different profile to it? The way that I would do that is create a sketch on the middle of this part here. So I'm going to use this plane, the YZ plane there. So where I'm putting the sketch. And now I'm going to project, P to project, this body onto my plane. And now I can turn off the body. Okay? So there's an imaginary line that goes through the center of this part here. I'm going to go ahead and make that a real line. Over here and check this box that says center line. Oh, click the line, center line. Okay, so it does this funny dashed pattern. It looks different from the center line on a and then a construction line. So it's got the long dash and then the short dash. Okay. So now let's make this a square. say that this square is cut out 10 millimeters in diameter, or 10 millimeters tall, and 10 millimeters deep. This is what an O-ring groove should look like. You actually don't make those round, which is neat. Finish sketch here. So now what I want to do is I want to cut this out. Oh, you know what? That line is not blue, which means that it's not constrained. If I go back into this sketch, that line should be white. I can still move this around. Okay. So let's put this, the distance from this line to the top of the part, let's make that 20 millimeters. And now it's white. Now it's fully constrained and it can't move around if I try to drag it. Now I'll come here to the revolve tool, turn the body back on, click on this profile, and now it's going to cut that out for me just like that. And then just like before, I'll make some chamfers. And I think in his drawing he actually had them on the inside of the square too. You wouldn't do that for an O-ring. I'll refer you to the machinery's handbook for that guy. And then we'll pick a number. Oh, 4 is way too much. 2, 1, 1. Perfect. So there is your second way to do that. Okay. And then the third way, which people were talking about in the comments, is to use a revolve for the entire thing instead of constructing it from cylinders. The way you do that, I have to make another new component, symbol, new component. Its name is going to be way number 3. Its parent is going to be the root there, and hit OK. Okay, so here's way number 3, starting with blank sketch again, create a sketch, and this time I'm going to create a sketch on the side here. Just like I did before, I'm going to make a line from the bottom to the top, and then click the line and make this a center line. Okay. Now that I've made this a center line, hit L for the line tool. I'll click back over here. L for the line tool. Start at the bottom. And I'm going to come out. So before I made it 100 millimeters in diameter, half of that is 50. Bring the direction down here. Bring this up some height. I'll bring it up is 50. And bring this in. Make this distance half of 50 is 25. You know, I'm not going to specify this dimension because that's a silly way to specify the dimension. Instead, I'm going to come here, draw up like this, and another line over, and I'll set the dimension here. So this should be 25. Now I need to set the height. I'll set this one to 50. I'll set this one to 50 as well. Okay. And now from inside of here, I'm going to make a line. And here, 1, 2, 3. We'll make it 10 millimeters deep, 10 millimeters tall, and from here to here is 20 millimeters. Okay. So now my sketch is entirely white. I don't actually want this square, and there's 2 different ways I can do that. I can do it just like this and only pick this outside profile to revolve, or I can come up to the modify menu, break this line here and here, and then turn this into a construction line. If I do that, see how these lines all turned back to that light blue color? I can move them around again. They're not defined. So when you break something, you have to come back and add constraints back in to fully constrain the sketch again. So you don't have to do that. Instead, I hit Control Z a bunch of times, I'll go back to the way I had it before. And now it's fully constrained again without using the break command. I hit Finish Sketch. And I want to go up to my Revolve tool. Something neat is going to happen here. So I'm going to pick this profile, but not the O-ring groove. Then for the axis, I'm going to pick this line. And there's my part. One more time with the chamfers. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more down here for the bottom. There we go. So that is 3 different ways to accomplish that. And if I unstack these, I can actually move them one at a time out of the way. Back up here, M for the move command, components. So it's complaining that that is grounded. I have to right click. I'll leave that one grounded and I'll move the others. So M to move. I'm going to move or copy components, move this guy over here. Capture position so it'll stay in that position. And then move again, move this guy, drag him over here, capture position so he stays in position. Ta-da! 3 different ways to accomplish the goal there. Looks like I did do the chamfers on that one. There it is.